were waiting for me when I got here. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this disclaimer while we're waiting for other people to join. I am not a licensed medical professional or any kind of medical professional. In fact, I'm not very professional at all. That being said, nothing I say is intended as health advice. Any major changes you make to your diet or any other aspects of your lifestyle is something you should check with a licensed medical professional with before enacting in your own life. Furthermore, not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is intended as recommendation for investment. That being said, I'm also a law-abiding citizen. Nothing I say is admission of guilt. All opinions are my own. In no way do they reflect the opinions of the website that we're streaming on. And yeah, I'm the source. Anything I say, this is where it came from. I'm not citing anyone else at this moment. Anyways, looks like we got some people here. Abdullah, welcome. Joe the Doll, welcome. Brenda Lamore, welcome. Ellen Simons, welcome. How are you guys doing? I was just on a little hike trying to get my head straight. Sam's down here enjoying the view as well. We're up here. We're just kind of enjoying the little situation. And I'm doing all right. Welcome, Sarah. Honestly, I can't really say I'm doing bad, but I will say that I feel that I'm entering some kind of weird stage of my spiritual development, which is making it really difficult for me to stream. I am not feeling very talkative lately, and in fact, I've been feeling really off the last few days. And so I just wanted to come on here real quick and explain to everyone what's going on. Oh, welcome, Noi. Salam alaikum. Good morning. But that being said, I don't know. I might need to take a little bit of a break from streaming for a little while. I'm going to put out some edits before I go. Of some of the past streams of things that I thought was relevant and important. I will be back. I am in the process right now of canning food. I spent the last 2 days with the double pressure canners running. I've been stockpiling food for me and Sam. Next phase, I'm going to start insulating the vehicle for a little bit of a colder climate. And me and Sam are preparing for a little silent retreat where we're gonna go find some natural landscape, and I'm going to turn off my phone for a little while, and I'm gonna do a little bit of silence. I don't know how long I'll make it, but I'll still be trying to, if I have any motivated feeling days between now and then, I'll definitely pop in and do some streams. But right now, I feel that I've been kind of feeling down the last couple days, and I decided to just really meditate on it and see what was going on and what has been my hold up lately. And as people who have been following really closely, I've been struggling with this Rudra Granthi, as they call it in yoga. And I think I'm still struggling with that. And you know, as much as these streams, I think they're really important. I think that there's, you know, some realizations that need to be shared. I feel incomplete, and I feel that the information that I'm sharing is incomplete. You know, the experiences have been accurate, but I don't feel that I myself am sustained at the level that I could be at. And I've come to realize that I think what's holding me back spiritually right now is that I'm talking too much about spirituality. And I'm talking because I'm excited about it, and it's something that's new to me and beautiful to me. It's only, you know, been less than a year and a half even, since I've been on this journey consciously anyways. And I just need some silence time. Something happened? Nothing specifically. It's just that I don't know. I've been you know, every once in a while my ego tries to reassert, and then normally I have pretty good, you know, a pretty good harness on it. But I don't know, the last few days I feel like my ego kind of, I don't know, hijacked my emotions. It somehow gained a little more access to my consciousness than I wanted it to have, which is a good lesson in that, is that, you know, getting to know the ego and how it operates within yourself is a really good way to understand the spiritual process of becoming closer to God and your higher self, because it operates the same way, you know. And you know, observing it and seeing how it tries to gain access to you know, greater consciousness within yourself, and that it tries to whatever, but then, you know, if it's not, you know, bringing forth positive emotions, then you decide to take some major actions to shut it down, right? Like what I'm doing right now. And that's the same thing that happens, I think, with your higher self, and even the highest self in some cases. And that's why it's really important to keep, you know, a positive outlook on everything, because, you know, I think that this is also too something I've never actually mentioned, but I think about often. I always say, you know, I should mention that on stream, is the relevance and the meaning of hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. It seems straightforward enough, but it actually doesn't mean, I don't think, anything of what most people think that it means. What it means is that you are an experience for God. You know, it doesn't mean that you are expected to control every aspect of life around you, but you should try, right? Because, or you should try to create a situation that is good. You can't always control what you hear. You can't always control what you see. But you should try, but it's the way that you perceive it, what you hear or see. It's the thoughts that you have after you hear or see them. Are those positive thoughts? Are those negative thoughts? You might see something very negative, but do you experience hate? Do you experience sadness? Do you experience compassion? What way do you experience things? So when it says hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, that means keep a positive experience for God, right? Because it's just like the devil and the angel. It's just like your ego and your guides. You're happy to listen to your guides because they're positive, because they have something good to say, because they're teaching you something. Sorry guys, I'm getting cold. I gotta walk down the mountain. But the devil, you try to ignore it, right? You don't give it any power. Your ego starts acting up, and you say, you know what? I'll go into the woods and go into a total silence, and I'm not going to talk to anybody, even you, not you, ego. And that's the same thing that like your higher self and God and stuff does. It's like, who wants to listen to a negative Nancy, right? Sorry guys, 1 second. These like rocks are like super sharp. I'm gonna continue that in just one moment. Oh shit, watch out, Sammy. There's a syringe right there. That's not fun. Okay, come here, but no. Okay. Let's go. I guess somebody was having a extra good time up here. Let's go, dude. You know the way? Let's go. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to finish responding to that in just 1 second, but I'm going to just bomb down this hill real quick because I need to get into the sun because I'm getting cold. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I just have to pay attention because these rocks are like super sharp. So I got to watch where I'm going. I can't look at the phone right now. All right. Hey, wait for me, fucker! Oh shit, I lost the trail. Wait, there it is. Sam knows where it's at. me up a bit. The thing about the desert is it gets cold quick when it starts getting cold. Alright. Okay, you guys, sorry about that. Sam, move. 1 second, you guys. One last line of business. Okay. There we go. Alright, sorry. Shit, I'm not cold anymore. Now I'm like ready to be back up on the mountain. Like, damn, I lost my perch. Anna, welcome. Noise says, yeah, sometimes I feel the same, feeling lonely in the middle of the chaos. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, like, you know, I guess, it's, you know, we talked about it a lot, but, you know, this, and I guess it wasn't something I did consciously, though, but to the people who are conscious of it, it's worth, realizing that, there's really no turning back with this process. You know, it's like the kind of thing where once you start, you got to go the whole distance. And I've been kind of asking myself the last few days, like, I don't even really know where I'm at on the journey, you know, because I don't really know when I really started it. You know, I know when, like, the big things happened. I know when, you know, the moment that everything changed, like, to the point of no return, but I don't really know when everything else started, you know. And, you know, you read online little stuff and whatever, you know, and they talk about the whole dark night of the soul and all that. And, you know, I was like kind of thinking back, and I really had thought that was something that had already passed for me, like, you know, a while ago, like when I was in Mexico and I first started kind of trying to, or I guess really when I first surrendered. But now I'm kind of starting to wonder, because it's just been so long since I really felt down. But the weird thing is I don't identify with the sadness or depression anymore, you know. It's like, it's weird. It's like I feel like two selves inside of me in a way. It's like there's me, who's calmly watching the suffering and struggling of my ego and feeling no real concern for it. It's like, and it's like trying to pull every dirty trick in the book, and I'm just kind of sitting there watching it, and yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to put it to rest. Like, I'm tired of playing this game. Like I'm ready for a non-dualistic existence. I know that it's had its purpose, and I believe it's served its purpose already. So at this point, I feel that it's time to I don't know, to reach that last rung, Oh, the barefoot thing, you guys, it's honestly, the thing about the barefoot thing, a lot of people consider, their mind goes to the possibility of getting injured and stuff like that. But to be honest, like, I feel that I'm much more likely, especially in a terrain like this. Okay, the rocks are sharp and this, that, and the other, and you need to be like fairly advanced in building up your feet to be able to do a terrain like this. But it's definitely not for amateurs. But the thing is like these rocks, it's slate, it's totally unstable. Like, any of that stuff can, like, slide. So when you have shoes on, you don't have any real connection with the ground, so you don't really know what's stable and what's not, and there's no way for your foot is like is honestly a remarkable piece of engineering, because when you really build up your feet, it's not just about the pads getting stronger and the pain becoming less. There's also like micro muscles on the bottoms. There's the main pads, which obviously do this, but there's also, even within the pad, like the heel itself has like muscles attached to it, and it will move pressure to another part of the foot when you step on something sharp. And it's just, when it's unstable ground as well, you stick to it way better. More the soft ground, my bare feet can kind of dig in and grip on to all kinds of little stuff. If I'm wearing shoes, I'll just slide, and then you fall and you hit one of these rocks, somewhere else, not at your feet, and then that really hurts you. So everything's a double-edged blade, but I personally feel so much more safe barefooted than not. Plus, when I'm taking the dog, I figure it's not really nice for me to be wearing big boots and tromping down stuff that's super sharp, and then the dog goes and walks on the same thing and is cutting up his feet because I'm totally oblivious to it. At least when we're both barefooted, I can kind of judge how sharp it is, and if there's like, those puncture vines and stuff are really like the big nemesis is like thorned plants, more than the rocks and stuff like that. But Um, hey Sheila, welcome, Manifester, Cannonball, Anna, Nolan, welcome everybody that just got here. Let's see. Okay, so Cannonball says, you come a long way spiritually. I was in the middle of watching that popular October stream from last year when I got a notification about this last minute stream. The progress is yeah, it's been a long, thank you. It's been a long journey. I mean, I don't know what it's like for most people or how long it even usually takes or whatever, but the last year has definitely been, it's been a lot. You know, I more and more that I, you know, for like, you always, every time I have a big experience, you know, I'm always like thinking like nothing can be bigger. Well, the last one was so big and so much bigger than the one before that I finally started thinking like, well, when maybe there's no end, maybe it just goes on and on and on. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But then, you know, as time goes by, I realize I keep thinking about those experiences more and more and more. And I make further and further realizations about them. And, you know, I don't know, I guess integration's the word. Just more and more, it just feels like, I don't know, almost like my old self is just like a story I told myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even really, I just identify less and less and less with that. And, you know, I'm just ready to, I don't know what I'm going to do, but honestly, I just feel like there's like there's like a little bit of a dark patch brewing. Not that it's a bad thing, but I think that it's like time for shadow work and sadhana, you know, and I don't know. It's time to put the ego to rest once and for all, I guess, because I don't know. It's just one of those things, you know. I was thinking about the whole Granthis thing, right? And so there's like 3 of them. It's the Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva Granthi, right? Which is like the Hindu they call it the Trimurti, but it's like similar. Ah, man, did I lose my leash? I did. I'm gonna have to go back up there another day, get my leash. But it's like the Trinity, you know? But the, you know, as they call it, it's the creator, the preserver, and the destroyer, right? And so the Granthis, you pass through them backwards. You know, most people think of it as like, you know, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, right? I think. I'm not an expert on this. I'm just passing along the information as I have heard it and what I've thought about it. Sam, come here. And so, I think Vishnu is the creator, right? And Brahma is the preserver, right? I could be wrong about that, but anyways, the last one that you pass through is the Shiva one, which is the destroyer, and I realized that that probably means something needs to be destroyed if you want to pass through it. And Samse, and I'm assuming that thing is the ego. So, and more so than that, it's just like I'm finally ready to take a really hard line on all of my vices. And I know that that's going to be a struggle process as well. So I just need to take a little time to myself, and I just wanted to address it directly so that you guys don't think that I just fell off, or that I'm not coming back, or that it's whatever. I don't know when it's going to start. I'm still preparing for the trip right now. So hopefully I'll have some energetic days between now and then, and we'll do some streams. But until then, I just wanted to let you guys know so that we can, whatever. Anyways, I gotta let you guys appreciate this for a moment because it's beautiful. I feel like we need to do some chanting right here. I'll do 3 ohms real quick. Nice, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's also weird. Interesting thing about the chanting is that I noticed that when like my spiritual connection is turbulent, or not in its top form, that my voice is actually weaker when I do it. It doesn't have the same impact. It's a good gauge. It's an interesting phenomenon, in my opinion, because it's like that sound literally comes from the connection. I don't know. It's kind of a thing. Maybe I'm starting to lose some people here, so I'm not sure if maybe my connection's going. Are we still got a connection? Stay. Sam, come here. Stay with me. I don't got a leash. Whoops. Stay. Sam, come here. Sam. He's friendly. Sam, Aki. Sam, come here. Come on, bud. Sam, come. Thank you, Noi. All right, hey, Sarah says, thank you for letting us know where you are at on your plans. I was wondering where you've been. I could see you were struggling at times with some of your comments in the past few streams. You know, sometimes I wonder if I underestimate my own abilities. You know, there's a family member that I felt was having some really major like mental issues, and you know, I was thinking about it a lot, and I wanted, you know, to help, and I was praying for it, and suddenly they seemed to alleviate their issue. But I think that I might have brought it into myself, because I just haven't been feeling like myself the last few days. But today I was just kind of I was watching something on YouTube, and this guy mentioned something about, you know, being able to feel other people's emotions just by looking at them. And for whatever reason, it reminded me of something that happened a few months ago when this guy wanted to pet Sam, and I could tell that he was getting emotional and, you know, remembering a dog that he used to have. And I don't know, that just triggered something in me, and I had a good cry, a nice long cry, and I decided to go on this walk, and I don't know, I feel like maybe I released whatever was bothering me at the moment, but it's not really a cycle that I want to repeat, you know. I don't want to keep going in this circle, and I know that you know, we're kind of all going through this thing together, I feel. We've got a good little group going on here. And so I feel a little bit of responsibility to stream and be active on here, but I also realize that, you know, the thing that has kind of brought us all together, or not just kind of, but it has, and I think also the thing which is interesting, as Sam, leave it. And the thing that is of greatest interest to most people who have been watching is the journey itself. But, you know, everything that I've been talking about, you know, it's all stuff that's happened when I was in silence. It's all stuff that's happened when I was taking my sadhana, I'm hijacking words and using them wrong. But when I was taking my, you know, spiritual practices super serious, and kind of not really spending a lot of time on the phone and stuff. And so I have to strike a balance where I can, you know, do both. That's kind of what I was leading into. I mean, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but the last stream, the peaks and valleys thing, was kind of a soft launch to this, you know, line of thinking, because I realized, but I also realized that I had it a little bit wrong with the peaks and valleys thing, because it's not just about going to the peaks and coming down to talk about it, as I mentioned. Sometimes it's not about going up to the peaks, or sometimes it's not about what the view is at the peaks. Sometimes it's about the view in the low places, the experience in the low places. And so I have to go there. I am going to be fasting, and in the meantime, Noi, starting on the 1st, I'm going to, so basically I'm not sticking to like a solid timeline. Any of this could change, but right now, as I see it, this is kind of what I'm preparing for. I don't really know. I'm going to try to keep streaming in January, but I'm just not going to do streams when I'm not feeling like it. I keep pressuring myself, and it's like wearing on my mentality, because I'm like trying to force myself to do it. Like the Christmas stream, for example, was kind of, and the surrender stream were both, I felt like, were like a little bit subpar. And, anyways, I'm gonna be, semi-fasting, or I'm gonna be basically preparing to fast, and I'm gonna be intermittent fasting starting on tomorrow, and I'm gonna post. I'm gonna try to. I'm not guaranteed. I'm gonna do my best to try to use the fasting chat on the Telegram, or the fasting club, to record my meals and drinks, at least during the portion while I'm still on the phone. Over the next week or so, I'm going to load up as much content and stuff as possible to auto update for YouTube and everything else. And I am stockpiling food, canned food. I'm making my own organic canned food in mason jars, and insulating the van for cold weather. And I'm thinking that I'm not sure. I probably will. I don't know. It'll probably be towards the end of January when I start my little break. During the break, I'm going to be fasting as well, but I'm going to be fasting before the break to prepare for it. So, anyways, that's pretty much the whole update. I just wanted to let you guys know. I really hope that you guys will stay active with each other. Try to be present in the Telegram group and stuff. And I hope that you guys will still be waiting around when I come back, and hopefully I'll have maybe some new insights and stuff to share. But I've been kind of testing myself for, it's been over a year now that I have really been trying to test the limits of my own discomfort. And I realize that one of the things that comes with enlightenment Not to say that I've sustained permanent enlightenment, but just a little taste of it is enough that you can pretty much take anything. Like, there's really no, even I would say the struggle that I've been having with my ego lately has probably been the worst thing I've had to deal with in recent times. And I could see where in the past it would have been totally debilitating. And just awful. But now I'm able to endure it with, I don't know, an feeling of affectionate detachment. And while I know that I'm strong enough to see it through, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know. It could be really fast. Maybe it'll happen before I even go. You never know. I'm not stuck on going, but I am stuck on getting through this. I am stuck on completing the process. I am stuck on total liberation. I am stuck on walking the walk and not just talking the talk. Now, I don't know if anyone would be interested. You guys can really let me know. I'm like on the fence about it because I don't know how it'll affect the algorithm on YouTube. I don't know if that's even something that I should be really concerned about, is trying to, care about the algorithm, because something seems shallow about that to me. But I mean, I do think about still doing, like, just turning on the phone and maybe meditating with the phone on and letting people join in if they want to. But but yeah, I don't know. And yeah, I think I don't know. I'm sure we'll have a few streams in the meantime, but I'm preparing for a silent retreat in the woods. So maybe I'll share some of the process of that as well in the meantime. But I just I really can't I can't avoid the reality that this has to happen. And I think that there's some things that like, this just has to get I got to put this in the past to get to the next phase. I still want the tribe to become a reality. And um you don't become a master of anything without putting in the work. And it might be part of the work to talk about it. It might be part of the work to build this channel, because I do believe that this channel is going to very much assist me in my dharma. But I have to go through, I gotta be the thing that you guys are all subscribing to. And right now I'm just not feeling like I'm it. I got you know, I got a little more walking to do. Oh yeah, Sarah, I'm making my own. I have, it's like I was into the prepping thing pre-COVID. And so it was like I had prepped up like super crazy before anyone even knew that there was a pandemic coming. And then for like a couple years after that, I was just like slowly but surely eating my prep food. And so I have a tremendous amount of mason jars that have just been sitting in my storage. So I finally pulled out the mason jars, and a couple days ago I started canning up some chicken legs for Sam, and yesterday I made some stew for myself. And so I want to I'm going to stockpile at least 40 days worth of food. I'm not saying that for sure the thing will be 40 days long. I'm going to probably set it at a minimum of 10. I would like to do 10 days of absolute silence, where I don't even, like, I'm going to go around and put tape on all the words of all the stuff that I have with me so that I can't even see any written words. But, in the perfect world, I would come back with all 40 days of my food because I'll fast the whole time and make it 40 days. But I'm not saying that that's my goal. I'm just leaving that, very high, that very lofty possibility open. So that's kind of like my plan. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Well, that's true. I will definitely, in the meantime, I'll try to be active. I don't think I'm going to probably start this until maybe like the 19th or something. I might even push it all the way until February. And I'll try to stream if I'm feeling it in the meantime. But, honestly, you guys, there's a big part of it is, and I'm going to be like super honest, is that a lot of these good streams were very much powered by caffeine. Okay. And I have to put it completely behind me. It's one of my things. And like, there can be zero addiction in my life. Zero caffeine, zero cannabis, zero sugar. Done. It's got to be over. So, that's another thing, and I don't know how long it takes for that to like fully pass to where your mind stops being. I have considered that I could be chemically imbalanced right now, and that it's just that my outlook is, or should I say that my mental fortitude is strong enough at this point that even while tremendously chemically imbalanced, I still feel pretty good. But I feel something's off. And I just, fasting, silence, nature, meditation, like, it's got to happen. Like I'm ready to unify. Anyways, but yeah, if you guys, I'll keep you updated. I hope that I'll have like an energetic day coming up, and maybe we'll have a good stream. I've been wanting to do one about the ego, which I think is on topic with what I'm going through. I would probably imagine that that's going to come soon, maybe this week. I've been gathering my thoughts on it already for a week or two. So we'll see what's up. I'm hoping maybe Wednesday, but I'm afraid to put up the stream notification because I'm not sure if how I'll be feeling on Wednesday, but we'll see. Zana, good to see you. Yeah, it's just I just got to do some work, you guys. I'm mentally, I'm not okay. I guess I am. I'm okay. But I gotta, yeah. You know, yeah. There's a reason why that people do this. You know, I'm not the first mystic to go disappear into the woods for a little while, so I guess the real test, this really isn't even about me, honestly. This is really about you, all of you. We got 12 people again. I'm noticing this is kind of like our core group is must be 12, but it's about you guys. I need you. Not that I don't need nothing, but if you wait for me, it'll be worth it. That's all. That's really the moral of the story. All right. Like it might seem like I'm quiet and I'm absent for a little while, but this is part of the process. What I'm going to do, I do for you. You know, for the world, really. Because I don't really have any personal desires anymore, to be honest. Which is kind of a weird place to be. You know, it's kind of what feeds into this, because it's like when you have no personal desires and your only desires are for the world, and the world is clearly very troubled. It's you know, it can be a thing. Anyways, well, have a good trip on the Amtrak, Zana. Magic the Gathering. I think I was one of the first ever probably people that ever played that game. I remember having those cards when I was in the 3rd grade or 4th grade or something. Anyways, I love you guys. And yeah, you know, that's what you gotta, you know, as long as you realize that it's not you, Sheila, that's the main key. You know what I mean? The ego will do what the ego wants to do. It'll fight, it'll scream, it'll shout, you know, it'll try to make a big scene. It'll say, me, look at me. It'll say, you know, it's the great deceiver, you know, it's the devil. It's every temptation, every insecurity. It's your entire past. It's everything that you desire for the future. It's all the things that aren't you, aren't really you. And I truly believe that given